After finishing up in the Hotlands, walking through the city and towers of the underground, covered in a dead gray, this song begins to play. The self-titled song of the Undertale soundtrack. Not groovy or electrifying like most songs, just us and an acoustic guitar. If you save your game, you'll see that this place is titled New Home, a perfect description of what you're about to walk into. You think, oh, Toriel's house, but how is everything so gray? The monsters begin telling you the story of the last human who fell and Azrael, who set the whole story in motion through their tragic backstory. You see the remains of them here, discovering how this tore the world apart, but more importantly here, this family apart. Now, you turn right, interacting with the mirror that says, despite everything, it's still you. The magic of this line is that depending on how you experience this game, it'll mean something entirely different. You could either pass it up, rushing to the next boss or action-packed moment, or you could slow down and realize that Toby Fox isn't talking to our character here, but rather ourselves. In the beginning of the game, you look into Toriel's mirror and the text simply reads, "It's you." It's a literal observation, but hours later, after surviving monsters, judgment, and fear, you look into an identical mirror. In a world that constantly demands you to harden your heart, choose violence, or switch to a genocide run out of curiosity, choosing to remain gentle is the most important act. The "It's Still You" moment is a celebration of perseverance. Toby Fox is doing something brilliant here. He is shattering the fourth wall not to scare you, but to validate you. It's a direct acknowledgement from the game itself that the journey hasn't corrupted your soul. After meeting so many different people in this world, some who you now think of as your closest friends, this retrospective moment really allows you to think back. This is my favorite emotional moment in any game because it says so much more than just our choices in the game, but it's something we can say to ourselves every day. Azrael was a good kid. He was gentle, kind, and full of love, but the world was cruel to him. It tore him apart, stripped him out of his body, and trapped his consciousness inside a golden flower without a soul. As Flowey, he couldn't feel love anymore. The world forced him to harden, to become a monster, and to view empathy as a fatal flaw. Empathy wasn't a choice for him, but it was for us, and our decision truly affected our gameplay. In a medium where games constantly reward you for leveling up, hardening your heart, and treating others as obstacles, choosing pacifism in Undertale is an act of defiance. When the mirror says it's still you, it is celebrating. No matter what route you went through, this is the moment where we can look back at our experience and ourselves. Maybe we regret making certain choices or regret the path we chose in the game, but if you did the neutral route or pacifist, it will still say the same line. The genocide line is different. It says, "It's me, Chara." Our choices in our playthrough or real life, we aren't able to take them back. At the end of the day, they define us. Or maybe just define the text we get in a silly indie game. The importance is up to you. The reason this line hits like a physical blow is because it's delivered against the backdrop of the most heartbreaking story in the game, let alone the song that makes you feel like the story is wrapping up. I remember hearing this for the first time, and I didn't want this game to end. Maybe that's why this single line of dialogue has resonated far outside the boundaries of a 2015 indie game. We all have moments where we look into our own mirrors after a brutal year, a terrible heartbreak, or a period of intense grief, and we wonder if the same person we used to be is entirely gone. While sounding a bit dramatic, it's a real moment of self-reflection that many forget to have. Undertale can be this hilarious or exciting game that reels us in with every moment, character, side quest, dating sim, or any moment, but very intentionally, to get you as invested in this world as they can, realizing the weight of your decisions, maybe even make you want to restart your game. A key example of this is Toriel. Many feel as if the game forces them to kill her to pass the underground, which isn't true, but many still do. And now we're here, in that same house, wondering if we are still that same kid who she nursed and made butterscotch cinnamon pie for. Me, I always made sure to save it for the last fight of my playthrough, holding on to a piece of pie, because it was a memento to me. It's just as easy to look too much into a line as it is to overlook it, but this line means something to me. It's no wonder why people get it tattooed. It almost defines this whole game's experience for me. Depending on the mood, it can make someone cry, remember heartbreaking moments, killing Toriel, laugh, feel determined, or all of the above. But Undertale leaves us with a quiet, beautiful promise. Our choices are our own, and they only add to our whole self, never removing a part of us. People, moments, games live on with us. It reminds us that our goodness is worth fighting for. The music slows down now, the final notes fading into the dark. The journey ahead of you remains uncertain, but step forward anyway, because despite everything, it is still you.